So that's why I feel the hustle is holding your business back. The best thing that we can have as a small business owner is... So let's talk about the word hustle for a minute. What does hustling really even mean? Well, if you look back to your childhood or throughout your life, you can probably relate the word hustle to two different scenarios. The first one is the gym class hustle. And the second one is the pool hall hustle. Then you got the side hustle. So those are the three different types of hustles that we're going to talk about today. The gym class hustle, the pool hall hustle, and the side hustle. And, well, why none of those are good for your business and could actually be holding you back. So here's what Webster's says about hustle, what the definition of hustle is. So the gym class hustle, you might remember from, well, gym class. That's when some middle-aged, overzealous guy is yelling at you while you're doing drills in the school auditorium or cafeteria or out back of the school somewhere. You're doing these drills, he's yelling at you to hustle. The problem with the gym class hustle, it teaches you to exert a lot of energy over a short period of time. So hustle, 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 hustle. There's a light at the end of the tunnel where you no longer have to hustle and you get to take a breath and cool down and take it easy. Then there's the pool hall hustle. Problem with the pool hall hustle is that inherently, well, you're scamming people, right? Or at least taking advantage of the situation or some type of shortcoming from the person you're hustling. So we're not going to talk too much about the pool hall hustle because I feel like people that are in business and doing that type of hustle, they're not my audience anyway. So some examples of this are the scammers on Facebook that, well, you want a side hustle, you have to buy their program that shows you how to scam people. I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. Let's talk about the side hustle. The side hustle is you have a full-time job and you're going to start something different and you call it a side hustle because that's the thing to do. That's what people are calling them nowadays. It's a side hustle. I think people get a part-time job and they call that a side hustle. That's not a side hustle. In my opinion, a side hustle is a hobby that you want to make some money in order to pay for that hobby. So let's say you're into woodworking. Maybe you want to sell some epoxy tables, some kind of epoxy river table. Those are not in anymore. Let me just tell you that. And the only reason that you're going to sell them is so you can buy new tools for your hobby. Okay, but John, I own a construction company and I rent out my dump trailers on the weekends. Helps pay for the dump trailer. That's a side hustle, right? No, that's not a side hustle. You own a business. That's a service that your business provides. John, I make clothes for my puppy. I like to make them cute little skirts and jogging sweatsuits. And I've even sold a couple to some friends. Is that a side hustle? I'm just doing it to buy a new sewing machine. Yes, that is a side hustle. You're just doing it to further your hobby of dressing up your dog. So which kind of hustle is right for your business? Well, honestly, none of them. Big bursts of energy over a short amount of time is not going to sustain a business. Hustling people by being nefarious or sneaky is something we don't want to do either. It's not good for repeat business, for sure. And the side hustle is not great either, unless you're just trying to make a little bit of money to support your hobby. So let's talk about why the hustle is bad, okay? The gym class hustle is really running around hustling and trying to get things done. Well, I own a service-based business. I rent dumpsters to residential homeowners and small contractors. What I don't want my customers to see is me rushing. I might only interact with them, 5 to 7 minutes. I want that 5 to 7 minutes to feel like they are my main focus. And of course they are. So I'm not running around trying to get that done so I can get on to the next one. I'm allowing them the time to chit-chat, talk about the problems, and ask any pertinent questions. And this is important. Ask any pertinent questions that they may feel intimidated to ask. What can they put in my dumpsters? When will I pick it up? What happens if they're overweight? If I don't afford them the time to ask those questions, they're not going to ask them. They're still going to be in the back of their mind, but they're not going to ask them. So why not afford them the opportunity? Slow down a little bit and give that customer your 100% attention. There are some businesses, of course, that the customer appreciates the hard work, the fast work, a little bit of sweat. Take roofing, for example. They don't want to see a guy that's kind of lazing around doing a roof. They want to see some people hustling and doing the roof as fast as they can, whatever. But the majority of small businesses and blue collar businesses, they don't necessarily want to see somebody running around as much as they want to feel like they are, well, your number one priority. So when I'm delivering a dumpster, picking up a dumpster, I'm not rushing. I'm not in a hurry, because that, of course, is a safety issue. But I'm not trying to save a couple of minutes here and there. It won't get me extra money. It won't get me extra rentals at the end of the day. It's not like if I rush really fast, I can get an extra rental. So I give my customers 100% attention while I'm there for the 5 to 7 minutes, whatever that might be. Kind of what that allows me to do when I first drop a dumpster off, because I see my customers typically twice. Once when I drop off, once when I pick up. When I drop off, I always try to strike up a little bit of a conversation. It might be, wow, geez, this is a nice house, or this is a nice area. I really like this part of town, or whatever. Or I might notice that they have their house up for sale, and I'll strike up a conversation about that. I do work with a lot of realtors, so I will refer a realtor if the person is, getting ready to sell their house. But what that allows me to do is hear what's going on in their life. Because they will, as soon as you open the door, they're coming through with all their baggage. So when I pick the dumpster up, I always make sure, and sometimes I put a note in my software that I use. Sometimes I'll put a note. I had a 61-year-old woman, when I dropped the dumpster off, she was wearing a mask, and she said, don't worry, it's not COVID related. I just had my wisdom teeth taken out. 61 years old, wisdom teeth. So when I went to pick up the dumpster, I made sure to ask her, how are your wisdom teeth doing? And I'm going to tell you, you can feel the tension dissipate once you start having a conversation with your customers. So that's why I feel the hustle is holding your business back. The best thing that we can have as a small business owner is word of mouth, advertising, good reviews, those sorts of things. You don't get that by hustling and just trying to do something as fast as you possibly can. So that's why I think the hustle is holding your business back. So if you get anything out of this video, do yourself a favor and stop calling it a hustle. By getting rid of the hustle, it's going to change your perception of your business as well as your customers' perception of your business. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below if you agree with what I've talked about, or go ahead and debate it in the comments.